Hi, I'm Isaac with doughXpress, and today I'm going to be showing you how to level the DTXM218 dough press. We have provided you with the instructions for how to do this, and we're going to walk you through it step by step. So before we begin, we're going to show you the tools that you're going to need. You're going to need a 5/32 Allen key, a 1/2-inch wrench, and a razor blade. So to get started, we'll go ahead and press a dough ball. And we're going to see where our thick and thin spots are. Okay, so looking at this, looks to be a little bit thinner over here, and this is where our thick spot is. So the next step is we're going to go under here and we're going to look at the 4 bolts underneath and see where this thin spot and the thick spot correspond to with the adjustment nut. So before we get started, you won't see it on this dough press, but on your dough press you'll notice that you have a bead of silicone right along here. And that's going to restrict any adjustment that we try to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a razor blade and we're going to cut that silicone here, here, and on the other side, and that'll make the adjustment a lot easier. Okay, so these are the 4 adjusting screws that we'll be adjusting, but you'll only have to do 1 or 2 at most. Before you make these adjustments, you'll have to loosen up the nuts on every single one before we begin. And while we do that, we're also going to hold this adjustment screw in place with our Allen key. So we'll go ahead and get started, just loosening up all 4 of the nuts while holding the set screw in place. All right, now we got all those loose, and we're going to find out where our thin spot is, which, if you're looking at the dough up here, is very close to this set screw. So this is our thin spot, and in order to make that thicker, what we're going to do is turn it clockwise in order to lower this end of the press, making the dough thicker. All right, we're going to turn in quarter turn increments and retighten, because what we don't want to do is overshoot our mark, because then we'd be doing it more often than we have to. So we're going to go ahead and tighten this back up and retest. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to test again with another dough after our first adjustment. There we go. You're seeing it's a lot more consistent than what it was. Okay, so you can see you have your thick side, or where the thin side was over here. This was our thick side, and now they're looking pretty even.